Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel The Serpent Studio. Today we are diving into a high octane, mind blowing, and absolutely adrenaline pumping world of espionage with the one and only Ethan Hunt. That's right, it's time to review the Mission Impossible, the final reckoning, ongoing. So, this is the film that has been hyped as the last ride in the Mission Impossible saga. So, of course, expectations were sky high, the stunts absolutely next level, the stakes planetary, and the action, well, let's just say if you blinked, you probably missed a helicopter explosion or two. So, buckle up because we are going full throttle into a spoiler free review of the final reckoning, breaking down the plot vibe, performances, action sequences, emotional stakes, and whether this final dives delivers the legacy of the franchisee which it holds. Well, we will see in this ride. So be with the end, make sure you don't miss any of these updates. So let's set the stage. And over the past 3 decades, Mission Impossible has evolved from a stylish spy thriller into a global blockbuster phenomenon. Yes, from Brian De Palma slick 1996 original to Christopher McQuarrie's epic installment, each film has cranked up the dial up on tension, tech, and Tom Cruise defining death. Yes, and now, after Fallout and Death Reckoning Part 1, we arrive at what's being called the final chapter. It's got the pleasure of closing out a legendary series, but it also has the power of 6 movies worth of character development, rivalries, and unsolved missions behind it. And let's not kid ourselves. We are all here for the big question. Does Ethan Hunt go out with a bang or does he go rogue one last time? Well, alright. So, without spoiling anything, because you deserve the cinematic ride, the story in final picks up right after the explosive event of Death Reckoning Part 1. The AI threat looms larger than ever, alliances are shattered, and Ethan's loyalty to the IMF is tested like never before. What stands out here is how the story blends personal stakes with global danger. It's not just about saving the world, it's about why it needs saving, who can be trusted, and what the cost of doing the right thing really is. You will feel the weight of past missions, the return of old enemies, and the finality of decision being made. It's gripping, mature storytelling wrapped inside a popcorn fueled action epic. So, now let's talk about the man of the hour, the myth, and the guy who still does his own stunt at 62. Yes, you guessed it right. We are talking about Tom Cruise. Honestly, at this point, he is Ethan Hunt. There is no separation between characters and performer anymore. The final part, obviously, Cruise brings a villainous and emotional depth to Hunt that we haven't seen before. Yes, he is still sprinting at March 10 and jumping off cliffs, but you can feel that this is a man reckoning with his legacy, and the film gives him moments of quiet reflections and chaos, which hits harder than any explosion. His performances and shows the movie, and if he truly is the last outstanding as Ethan Hunt, it's a fitting farewell for our dear Cruz. So now let's talk about the team. Yes, a Mission Impossible movie is only as strong as its team, and thankfully, the final reckoning gives each member to the IMF squad time to shine. And let's talk about the Luther, which is played by Wing Ramos. Still, the wise, tech savvy heart of the team, his moments with Ethan are emotional and understandable. And the next, Simon Pigg as Benji. Still hilarious, still brilliant, and this time more vulnerable than ever. His arc is surprisingly moving. And yes, next, Rebecca Ferguson as Lisa. Lisa, well, I won't spoil her involvement, but her presence is as powerful as ever. And next, Hayley Atwell returned as Grease and has officially solidified her role in the MI universe. Her chemistry with Cruz is quite off the charts. And yes, next, Isai Morales as Gabriel. Let's talk about the villains. This guy is cold, calculating, and terrifying. He is more than just one note baddie. He is personal. The dynamic between the characters adds depth every high octane moment. It's not just about running and gunning, it's about connection, loyalty, and sacrifice. And now, let's get into the real reason a lot people show up: the stunts, the action, and the jaw dropping insanity that has become this franchise's trademark. And folks, they did it again. And when I say again, you better believe me. From an underwater heist that had me holding my breath to a gravity defying train sequence that rivals the best in the series. Believe me, the final part brings the heart. There's a car chase in Rome that turns into a street level game chase, and there's a motorcycle stunt that has already gone viral. And yes, the plane sequence tensed in the trailers, worth every second. But it's not just the spectacles, the action means something. Every fight, every fall, and every close call. It's all layered with emotional tensions. You are not just amazed, you care. Well, here. And yes, here's where final reckoning really surprised me. It's emotional. This isn't just another mission, it's a goodbye. There are moments where the film slows down, lets the silence speak, and gives us time to breathe. Whether it's Ethan remembering fallen friends or the team confronting their own fears, the movie isn't afraid to get vulnerable. And there's a particular rooftop conversation between two characters that felt the audience dead silent. Yes, you will know it when you see it. It's those human moments tucked between the bullets and explosions that evaluate this final. And yes, so now, well, the question is, should you watch it? Well, so the big question is it watchable, worth the watch? Well, absolutely. Whether you are a die-hard fan of or just someone who loves a good spy thriller, this movie delivers what you want. See it on the biggest screen you can, bring friends, don't blink, and maybe, bring a tissue. That's it. It had that kind of ride, man. What can I say? Seriously, it had that kind of ride. And the fan service, well, let's talk about nostalgia, but don't you worry, it's not overdone. Final Reckoning is filled with subtle nods to earlier films, old gadgets, familiar locations, even echoes of classic dialogue. And yes, there you have it. That's a spoiler free deep dive Mission Impossible review. One last time, one epic final. Yes, if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what was your favorite Mission Impossible moment of all time. Or should Ethan Hunt actually stay retired? So, this is the Serpent Studio signing off until the next mission. So, stay sharp, stay free, and remember some missions really are impossible. Thank you.